Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will see about the RxJS observer pattern. In the previous video, we have seen what is an RxJS and why we need to use the RxJS. We have discussed, right? RxJS follows a pattern that is nothing but observer pattern. Now we will learn what is this observer pattern. The observer pattern is the common software development pattern that forms the foundation of the RxJS. Okay, so this is one type of software development pattern commonly used in the software thing that forms the foundation. So that is the main foundation for this RxJS. Now here, if you try to see this diagram, so now I will explain you what is this diagram. So here you can think of this one as a subject. Okay, the subject is nothing but what I can say is the common in the observer pattern. The subject is nothing but the subject is nothing but what I can say is it is the thing which emits the values. Okay, so the subject, if you want to get the value from a subject, you need to register to this subject. So the observer 1 and observer 2 and observer 3, so these are the three observers. So who needs the values? The subject will be sending the values to this one. So whenever the subject sends the value, it will notify to all the observers. Okay, so these are all the list of observers. When the register, subject will have a data with it. So the list of observers, subject will have a data with itself, and now it will send the data. Whenever it emits a subject emits the data, it will send the data to each observer. Okay, now here you can think of this one like what I can say is, so for example, you have an array of data. So something like 3, 6, 9 or something array of data you are having is, first the subject will send the value, first value 3 or something like that, and it will send the value to each of the 3 observers. So now by whenever the observer receives the data from the subject, and it will do, it will execute the logic, independent logic. It will have the some logic. Whenever the data receives from the subject, it will execute their own independent logic. Each observer has their own independent logic. So this is nothing but an observer pattern. So one subject will be there who will be sending the data, and the observers are registered in the subject, and whenever the subject emits the data or otherwise broadcasts the data or sends the data, each observer will be get notified. So this is a simple observer pattern. Now here you need to understand the main point. Subject maintains the list of all the observers. Whoever the people we think of that one, whoever the people wants the data from the subject means they need to register in the subject. So that means the subject will maintain all the list of all the observers. Now subject will emit the values. Now when subject emit the value, it will send the value to all the observers it has. So that means whatever the observers it has registered with the subject will emit the value to all the observers, so that the observer can execute their own logic. So whatever the independent logic they are having in each observer, they will execute the logic with the emitted value. So this is the simple pattern. RxJS supports this observer pattern. So whatever the observer pattern we have discussed, RxJS supports the observer pattern where a single subject means the subject, the guy who is emitting the value, broadcast the value to multiple observers. Okay, so it will emit the value to multiple observers. So this is the simple pattern. However, in the RxJS, this is slightly different. Okay, so we call the subject as an observable. So this is the terminology, you need to remember that. So the subject who is emitting the value, we call in RxJS terminology, it is an observable. So observer is nothing but who wants the data from the observable. Those are called as observers, and who is sending the data, so that one is called as observable in RxJS terminology. However, in RxJS, that is slightly different. Okay, in RxJS, the observer pattern it will be slightly different, but the core concept will be the same only, but it is slightly different. We call the subject as an observable. So this one is already discussed. The subject is called as an observable, which pushes the value to the observer. So the observable pushes the value to the observer. Pushes the value means sends the value to the observer. Now here this is the diagram. So I am keeping only one observer. So think of you will be having multiple observers like that. This is an observable. Nothing but in the bracket I have written that it is a subject. Observer is observer only. Now observable. So now the observer want to get the data from the subject. Okay, so this is a simple thing. Whatever the observable is sending the data, it has to receive it to the observer. Now observer has to register with the observable. So how can that observer will be registered? By call. So observable has a method called as subscribe. So whoever the observer calls the subscribe method, so that observer will be registered in the observables. Okay. So now observables has a method called subscribe. Observer is registered using the subscribe method. Okay. So if an observer wants to register with the observable means, so if it wants to get the data from a particular observable means, it has to register. So it can register using the subscribe method present in the observable. Okay. This is the common thing. So when the observer calls the subscribe method, so observable. So now the observable, whatever the data will be sending, it will be sent to the observer, and the observer will execute the logic. Now observer calls the subscribe method present in the observable. Okay, so observable has a method called subscribe. It will call the subscribe method, and in that subscribe method it will pass an object as a parameter. Okay, so it simply doesn't call the subscribe method. In the subscribe method we need to send a parameter in the observer. So what is that parameter? Is nothing but it's a simple object. And what is that object it contains is, it contains three methods. In that object it contains three methods, that is nothing but next, error and complete. Okay, so these are the three methods that observer will call the subscribe along with this parameter. Okay, now what this observable will do is, now the subscribe method. So now whenever the subscribe method is called by an observer, so it takes this object. Okay, takes this object. Whenever it wants to send a value, it calls the next method in the observer. Okay, so it calls whenever the observer wants to send the data, it calls the next method that is provided by the observer. You need to understand this. The observer is calling the subscribe method with next, error and complete. So now what the observer has to do is, whenever I want to send a data means, it needs to call the next method that has been sent by the observer. So now observable will call the next method by sending the data. Okay, and later what it will try to do is, when the error occurs, the observable will calls the observer's error method. So next, error and complete, three methods are there, right? When an error occurs, observable calls the observer's error method. And when finally the observable calls the complete method. So finally when the observable calls the complete method is when it is done sending all the values. When the observable doesn't have any values to be sent, it is completed, it is done with all the values means, now it will call the complete method in the observers. So that it will be telling that everything is completed, so you can clean up and all those things, whatever you want, you can do those things. So like that it will be calling. So now you need to understand that by seeing this diagram. So whenever observer registers to the observable, it calls the subscribe method and sending these three methods as a parameters. Now observables, what it will try to send, so whenever it wants to try to send a value, something like it try to send a value of 3. Okay, so it sends the 3. How it will send? It will call the next of 3. Okay, so next of 3, it will call something like, next of 3. So here if I go to this one, okay, so here it will call something like next of 3. Okay, so like this it will call. So another value, if it wants to sell me, it will call, the observer will call next of 6, like that. When an error occurs, it will call error. If the observable everything is completed means, it will call the complete method. So like this the observables and observer will be interacted. So this is nothing but the observer pattern in the RxJS. Hope you understood about this observer pattern. So main you need to understand this one only, subject thing. So subject is the single person who will be emitting the values, and observers you will be having. So subject, whenever it emits the value, it will be sent to all the observers so that it will be executed. Observers will be executing their own logic. In the same scenario, subject here it is called as an observable. So here you will be having the observer. Observer, when it want to register means, it needs to call the subscribe method which is present in the observable. Now when it calls the subscribe method, it will send the parameters, the list of methods which one should be called. Whenever you are trying to send a value means, you need to call next method. Whenever an error occurs means, you need to call error method. Like this, observer will send the list of methods, so that observable, whenever it tries to send the value, it will call the observer's next method. Okay, so this is the process it will be happening. So hope you understood about this observer design pattern. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. And also please do follow my Facebook page also. The Facebook link is provided in the description below. Thank you.